يب.
أنا اللي نقول
صعدت فقرك لا ما توازن. دبر لك.
كان تشغيلها
سبب كثير.
هذا يتحرك.
إنه قد كان أسم شكلي هذا، قد كان هذا اللون أحسن. ما شيء يطلع لهناك لا من هكذا شوف ها
وهنا لا هذا
That's what I was thinking.
it's like
كما سبتني
just like this. Okay.
It has to be sideways. I mean, it
Oh,
has to be.
like
No,
this?
no, it has to be like that.
What do you mean? Just like
Like
why?
this, yeah.
أي أحذف هذا. اوكي كيف هذه ركبه؟ ممكن نرق ممكن افتح لي. شوف الحاجة يمسك من هنا.
I think it was gonna be.
هل هذا يوازن هذا؟
It's good. That's good.
Perfect. Wait, move.
No, حرك the whole thing. Alright, that's good like that.
اختراع ساعة منكم. يلا. ها؟ هكذا.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الأمين. اللهم صل وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم من نفخه ونفثه وحمزه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم. صدق الله العلي العظيم ونفعني وإياكم بذكر الحكيم. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, all Shabab, youngsters, young boys, families, everybody, first of all, a lot of thanks. Thank you. You have given sharf, honor, for having me be with you once again. The last time we saw each other, we were in the woods. We were in the camp, alhamdulillah, we had fun. We played together, we ate together. It was really, I had not had a time like this with my own youth in Kalamazoo. So just so you know, you're very special to me, especially the Shabab, the youngsters. All of you, of course, the Kibar also. But the boys, the time I spent with you in those youth activities, I've spent really, these are some very special times I've had. Even the ones on the New Year's night. See, in our town, we don't have people having an Islamic activity like this at the end of the year. A lot of them are traveling here and there. Mashallah, you Shabab are special. You're different, mashallah. Good different, in a good way. So I enjoy my time with you, inshallah. So now I request you, when I'm doing this, inshallah, it will be a short khatira. I will leave more time for your questions, okay? So you can interact with me, you can talk to me, you can ask me questions, inshallah. I'll leave you more time for that. But before I give you time, your question answers, I just have one request for all the Shabab today. This guy, Jawad, make sure you're not playing with it. I want your eyes and ears and your heart all focused here. Okay? Your physical and your spiritual presence. Can we all have that, inshallah? So be here physically, mentally, and spiritually also. Make sure your heart is also here with us, not somewhere else, okay? That you can do later, whatever you have plans, good plans, don't do bad things. But whatever plans you have, the good of those, you can do it after, inshallah. Alright? So give me full attention. Yeah, like in America they say, lend me an attentive ear. You all with me, inshallah, Shabab? Okay, pay close attention. So the ayah of the Quran that I read before you is from Surah Al-Qalam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praised Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that you are upon the great manner. There is lam al-ta'keed and there is ala, there is proposition there. There is emphasis, which is called ta'keed in Arabic language, and then there is proposition, and before that there is inna. Three things for more and more emphasis. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, like there is no one like you who has manners. Nobody has manners like you. Meaning you are on the top, best of the best. Character, mannerism, akhlaq, which includes huge thing. It's when we say akhlaq, it's not just one thing. It's not just smiling at each other. Allah is saying, you, Muhammadur Rasulullah, you are the model of akhlaq. Khuluqun azim. And there is nakira here. You know, in just the balagha, the eloquence of this short ayah is so big that if you start thinking over this, that there is tashdeed, there is ta'keed, and there is proposition. Subhanallah. Harf jar. All of that, and then there is nakira. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, khuluqin azim. He did not say al-khuluq al-azim. It's not al-khuluq al-azim. The ulama of balagha, they say when there is nakira, this means it is very big, very encompassing. It has all kinds of things in it. It's not just one thing. You know, al-ma'rifah is makhsus. Nakira is big. It's big. All inclusive. This is who our imam is. This is who our qudwa is, our guide is. This is who we look up to. Anytime somebody tells, even if you don't agree with them, us young people, sometimes when our parents tell us to do something, we're like, oh, that's old-fashioned. But here is something I'm giving you. You look at your parents, and even if you don't agree with them, you have to agree with Rasulullah. You have no choice as Muslims but to agree with him. So anytime they tell you don't do this, look at the akhlaq of Rasulullah. Did he do this or did he not do it? If the answer comes, he didn't do it, then you know that your father and mother are right. Your imam is right. Think about it. Now when we say akhlaq, you have, it's in English it's called mannerism. Our manners. It includes our habits. It includes our personality traits. It includes our behavior. Is everybody with me on this?
Yes.
So when we talk about akhlaq, it's not just one thing. It means our adat, our rusumat, everything. Habits, behavior, how you deal with one another, and what are your adat, what are your normal routine things, what are your things that you do when you are in the times of, dealing with one another. Business, store, masjid, your akhlaq about Allah, even about Allah first, then about makhluk. All of this comes in there. Our focus today is our personal akhlaq, our personal individual akhlaq, which is where we, sadly living in this country, especially those of us who go to the schools here, public schools here, we pick up some of them negative akhlaq from the people there. In this country, when you go to America, when you come to America, you go to public school, you know they have some of the most beautiful akhlaq. Mathalan, most of them don't lie. Correct? Do you agree?
Yes.
When some of you, not all, or some of us, you say, oh teacher, I'm not feeling well, I have a tummy ache. Do they say, show me a doctor's report? Most of them don't say. They believe you. Why do they believe you? Because they don't usually make up this stuff. They usually don't lie. So they think the person who's talking to us, if he's saying I am sick, if he's saying I have headache, then that person might be right. So they don't lie, they don't cheat, and they work hard. On the other hand, they have some bad akhlaq also. It's very easy for us to say, oh mashallah, we're Muslimin, they have great akhlaq all the time. No, that's not true. They have good akhlaq. Look, if all their akhlaq were good, they would be Muslims. They would say shahada. But the problem in this country is that they have some bad akhlaq, which I'm talking about adat. You see, adat, this is taht al-akhlaq. This is one of the branches of akhlaq. Akhlaq is like a big tree, and it has many branches. Adat, your habits, your traits, and your behavior, this is all types of akhlaq. Now, some of their habits are not good. One of the bad habits that you see in public school from non-Muslims, first, excessive bad cursing, right? Bad words, the curse words. I don't have to say those. You all know them, right? I'll tell you a funny story about my daughter when she went to American schools first time. I'll tell you right now. Before, maybe later on I may forget. So, as I said, they have some great habits. School system, mashallah, very organized, nazif, clean. No crimes in there. Teachers are nice. These are all good akhlaq. But here's the problem. I picked up my daughter one day from school. I did not share this with my kids, so don't tell this at home. If we tell this at home, I may get in trouble. So, I picked her up. We were in the minivan, driving. And I said something, I was about to, collide with someone. I said, man, what the hell? Hell. So my daughter said, Baba, don't say what the hell. Say what that word. She spoke the word like, whoa, who taught you this? She didn't even know what it means. She said, no, Baba, don't say what the hell. Say what the, they don't give you that, you need to hear. I'm in the masjid, right? I can't say it. Baba, qul hada, ya Rab. I'm like, oh my God. Who taught you this? She said, many kids in my class say it. I asked her, I said, do you know what it means? She said, no. Kids say it, so I thought you're supposed to say the other one. You're not supposed to say what the hell or the heck word. He said, don't say this, say the F word. A'udhu billah. And she is just, this is her first experience in public school. So then I started asking her, look, if me, I would have told her, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. No, I didn't do this. Asha, she's masoom, right? Does she know what she's saying? She doesn't. If she knew it's bad, she wouldn't do it in front of Baba, right? Like most of you, everybody knows that smoking is bad. Sahib Allah? Do you do it in front of your dad? Dad, let's have a smoke. Probably that would be your last words in this world. So you don't do that to your dad, right? So if she knew Subhanallah, if she knew, boys don't talk. Hello, hello, Assalamu alaikum. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. We're here in cold water. Don't talk. Pay attention, listen to me. So if she knew, look, you talk to me. Your time is to talk to me. I'm here to talk to you, you talk to me. So give me a few minutes. All right, focus. Don't talk to each other. No cross talk, please. So if she knew, all of you, the one who got the message, he knows. So, if she knew it was bad, she wouldn't teach me this. Sahih? So this is problem number one in our environment here, in the mahol, in this country, is the language. This, these kids, this is how it is in their homes also. And this is what they watch on their TV also. So they have a system of cursing, like a nidam al-curse, curse words. Okay, this is the problem. Too much la'na, too much ta'an, too much of this. Number one, in their kalam. A lot of fuhush in kalam. Not only curse words, they talk about illicit, dirty stuff that you and me, we cannot talk in front of our kids, in front of our brothers and sisters, and in our homes, in front of our parents. So they have a problem, don't they? And you would agree with me that in public schools, the schools you go to, some of their behavior with their teachers is also disrespectful. Many of them disrespect the teachers, they don't respect. Do you agree with me on this? Many of them don't respect the teacher. My kids, when they went to school, first thing they came and told me that many of the kids don't listen to the teacher. Teacher is talking and they don't respect. These are bad akhlaq. This is all part of akhlaq. So don't say, mashallah, non-Muslims, they have great akhlaq. No, they have some good akhlaq and they have some bad akhlaq also. Some great manners and there is some very dangerous bad manners. And then in their mannerism, there is also a problem in the environment, not just in school, because look, school, we represent our homes. What you do in your school, it represents home. They chase boys and girls for relationships. The girlfriends and the boyfriends and just friends and this friend and that friend and blah, blah, blah. That is also bad akhlaq. It's a behavioral issue. And then, of course, you all know, schools have now drugs and alcohol and those things are also coming in. This is a fact. This is all bad habits. Once they learn these habits and these behaviors in public school, it's gonna continue with them, and that's why you see them, even when they're in college, they do these things, and they still are involved in other things. So you see, you are living in a society that has some great, good akhlaq, and they have some bad akhlaq also, bad habits, bad, immoral, unethical things that you know, your heart will tell you that they're wrong. But what happens once you have a nasha in that environment, it slowly and surely engulfs your heart like a gulaf, and then you stop feeling it. First time you will feel it's bad. Like when my kids, first time they went to public school, they reported too many bad things. So I asked them, I said, when you went new to school, you said, man, it's like I'm sitting on the animals. They're behaving worse than animals. Wallahi, when they went to school this Ramadan, March, after Ramadan, they went to school, some in Ramadan, they said, oh, school has this going on, that is going on, that is going on. I said, I got tired. I said, okay, ignore them. Ignore them like they're behaving like animals. Behaving like animals. One of them said, no, they're behaving worse than animals. But subhanAllah, after ba'd shahr, or shahrain, I hear no problems, no complaints. I said, what happened? Is your school, mashallah, all became Muslim? Now no problems, you're not telling me any bad What happened? What happened now is that it became part of their life, that they see it every day, that okay, this is like their everyday thing. Now they're no longer talking about it. Another example I'll give you. You see somebody, if they drive a Tesla, first day in your parking lot, you say, MashaAllah, the brother has a Tesla. Good example. Now I'm giving you a positive plus. Good example. You say, wow, Tesla, MashaAllah. Please say MashaAllah if you see. Don't say, wow. Give a mind. MashaAllah. Second day you will say, third day you won't say anything. Because now it's part of the community. Now Tesla is married to this community. Everybody sees Tesla. Nobody talks about it. Similarly, you have problems that you see slowly and surely you will not talk about it. But what's going to happen when one brother buys Tesla? Some other brothers may also want to buy a Tesla, right? Or somebody brings a new Camaro in the community. Or another sports car. Somebody brings a brand new Chevy. You say, man, I want to buy this. So slowly and surely you start adopting that lifestyle. This is where, now go back to your environment. Similarly in this country, boys, pay close attention. When you see bad things, the dangerous part is that once you start accepting the bad, once your heart starts to accept it, slowly and surely, you may start to do it also. Bitadrij. Gradual steps. First you saw, yes, you didn't like it. Second, oh yeah, it's everything. Third, okay, maybe I should try it. This is where you get it. You get into it. I gave you a good example and a bad example. So we know, we have established it, that there are some of these things that are bad. Even fitratan, your nature will tell you they're bad. Or it became, la samahullah, Allah al-afiyah. May Allah save you and I from that. That's a very dangerous state. Heart will become the Yahud. Allah told their hearts they have qaswatul qulub. Their hearts have become hard. They are hardened. They have no rahmah. They are worse than rocks. Fawaid, benefit, but these people, they're indiscriminate, feel sorry. And the world has seen it. Ask them, do you know the children? They don't say, okay? These bad things. I do it in public, but I do it quietly. I do it privately. And Allah will forgive me. This is a very dangerous thing. Because what you do, eventually, as I said, tadrijan, slowly and surely, it will impact your public behavior also. And your muamalat, your adat and your akhlaq with others. It will. Believe you me, some of you are high schoolers. You know what I'm talking about. I do marriage counseling. Mark my words, boys. When Allah says something is haram, مَا ظَهَرَ مِنْهَا وَمَا بَطَنَ, it has so many munkarat and so many khatarat and so many mudmirat. So many problems. There's danger, there's nuqsan, no nafa, no fa'idah for you. One example I'm giving you, especially you high schoolers. You are now shar'an baligh. Most of you are 15 and above. You are shar'an baligh, whether bulugha happened or not. Sadly, these days, they all get baligh even before 15. But, you are all baligh. You know what I'm talking about. In marriage counseling, wife and husbands I have counseled, who have marriage problems because the man wasted his youth, wasted his shabab in haram secretly. That he thought, I'm not harming anybody, it's just me. Oh yes, you do end up harming your future, your own future, your family's future, your parents' future, your wife's future, your children's future. You may not even have children, la samahullah. A woman came and she cried in tears. She said, Wallahi, she came without khimar, without niqab. She says, am I ugly? Like this. She says, am I ugly? I said, astaghfirullah. She said, don't ask me you're ugly or not ugly. Please forgive me. Wallahi, it was very serious. He was crying. She says, this man, he's looking for other things. He's not satisfied. He has a bad habit. And I found out. I said, oh yeah. That man had to go to doctors, psychologists and psychiatrists for mental health, medical health. Because these people, once they get attached to this virtual world, unreal stuff, believe me, that's all fake. Everything you see behind closed doors is fake. Believe me, is fake. And then you expect that fake stuff from your own life. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. So the fawahish that people do in secret also has many problems with your own life, and you affect others' lives as well. People get addicted. This is a serious problem. I have many little children. I cannot be more explicit than this. If you want just the people who are 15 plus, I should do a separate session with them about the dangers and problems of this with people. Young people. And this is a big danger because, look, sadly, as I said, I personally believe Tawqir al-Kibar is wajib on us. No question about it. But our Kibar, the generation that is before millennials, before the internet, those of the Kibar who did not know this Mashakil al-Jawalat, you did not know those things, you have no idea when you give your son the phone, خذ هذا حبيبي روح في غرفة العب علم. He's not going to do just la'ab. He's going to do more stuff. Most Muslim homes don't know how to use parental controls on your devices and on your routers. Most of us, even somebody like me, I have an IT background, I can do it. But I tell my kids, I trust you. This is wrong. They are innocent people, they're young, their hormones are doing the thinking for them. Their mind is controlled sometimes by their hormones. And then you tell them, this is your jawal, take it to your room. You're working very hard. This is your gift for holidays. These 2 weeks. Bismillah. Go. You gave them poison. Wallahi, this is more dangerous than khamr. This is more dangerous than musakkirat. This is more dangerous than hatta akthar min. So many haram. I can't say those. Akthar min tadkhin. Akthar min khamr. Because it is destroying their haya. The haya of their eyes. The haya of their heart. It takes it away. It takes it away. Destroys them. So my request to young people is, don't take advantage of your parents' generation that doesn't know all this technology and how to use these things like that. When Allah made it haram, it's enough for you. Even if your father and mother didn't tell you, you should know that this is ayib, this is filthy. Practice some self-control with that. Billah, try something. Otherwise, it has very dangerous repercussions. Look what Allah says in the Quran. Allah told us in the Quran about fawahish that is haram, right? Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I have some hadith for you. One of these, they put it in the flyer. They sent me today. I said, mashallah, very nice. So, usually I don't tell kids what my topic is going to be because they are usually pre-programmed that, okay, he's going to talk about all the religious stuff, old-fashioned. I'm not going to listen to him, let me ignore it. But I think they did a nice thing because the whole week is about akhlaq. And look, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our Imam, our Qudwa alayhi salatu wasalam, Allah sent him to make the akhlaq perfect. Now these things, fawahish, they cancel good akhlaq. They destroy, they do inhidam of the imarat al-akhlaq. They destroy the building of mannerism. Okay, Shabab, are you listening or you are on your phones? Yeah, Shabab.
They're sleeping.
Are you listening or streaming? Put the phone away. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Hello. 007. Put the phone away. Thank you. Few minutes, inshallah. Put the phone away. This is very important. It's about your future. Inshallah. If you listen to me, you will have good grades in high school and college. Inshallah. It will benefit you. Okay. Bismillah. Some newcomers, some new brothers have just joined us. The hadith they put us, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, they put for us on the flyer. In Allah, have you all seen the flyer? Raise hand. How many of you have seen the flyer? The flyer. Which flyer is it? Yeah, the one that was distributed. Yeah? Okay. If you didn't see it, okay, now you hear it. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, because Allah made it haram, right? إن الله يبغض الفاحش البذيء. Prophet ﷺ told us, Allah. This is one of the hadith. Some scholars call the hadith where Prophet is saying Allah does this, Allah does not do that, or does that. This is one of the ways of narrating Allah indirectly, like a hadith Qudsi, kind of. Allah hates the person who has fuhsh, like bad habits, wicked things. You can call it in English someone who is shameless, like he doesn't have any shame in saying haram or doing haram. Okay. And the word badi, it could mean someone who is extravagant, who's wasteful of himself, herself, your own youth, your own body, or wasteful of the resources, time and other things. All of this is part of it. Notice Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning fawahish, the fahish and badi together as a murakkab. It means because due to fawahish, look, when you're wasting time watching videos, or Netflix, or Instagram, or you're just doing this on TikTok and other things, what you're doing, you're wasting yourself. You're wasting your time. And you're wasting your health also. You're wasting your health and your time. A lot of things being wasted. And Allah does not like that. Allah hates it. Especially those that become public. Look what Prophet ﷺ also said. So believers, please take these things seriously. It's for your own benefit, Allah. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. And the first hadith is Sahih hadith. It's from Imam Tirmidhi. This one is also from Tirmidhi. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. ليس المؤمن بالطعان ولا اللعان ولا الفاحش ولا البذيء. This one, even me as a father, look, I am a father. Many of you are fathers. We all have to watch our tongues. So this is nasiha first for myself and for walidain, and then shabab. Because Prophet is saying, mu'min, he does not do ta'an on people, meaning insulting people, take against their honor, or he does not do cursing, and he does not commit fahisha. And some fawahish are very dangerous. The biggest one is zina, you know that. Adultery. That's the biggest one. But it starts small steps. And he is not badi. Again, he's not wasteful, he does not use even foul language. Foul language is part of fawahish, small thing. So you see, this applies to all of us. you and I, all of us, living in this country, this la'an and ta'an affects all of us. We end up losing our tongue. We use the word, forgive me, I'm in the house of Allah, kalb, too much, right? Isn't that a shameful thing? That we use kalb as a bad animal. We use it in la'an, ta'an and all that, shadam, kida. But yet, Mr. Kalb is a very loyal animal. Even the Kalb on the day of judgment may come and say, Ya Allah, I used to be working for police. I used to safeguard their maza. I used to be the muhafiz of their animals, the guard of their animals. I used to guard their pastures. I used to work for their police department, and they used me as a bad example. What did I do to these people? So our cursing, the word kalb, or in Urdu we say kutta, astaghfirullah, not good, or dog. Dog actually is an animal that can be used, even dog has fawaid. Sahih wala? Dogs have fawaid. That's why in Islam, pet dog, hey buddy, this and that, that's haram. You can't have pet dogs inside homes, right? You know that, right? But can you have guard dogs? Yes. Working dogs? Police dogs? May Allah save us from them. Istikhbarat, they use dogs. Nas'alullah al-afiyah. Dogs do work. They do jobs. Dogs, they do hunting. They do hunting for you. And they do such a good job that they grab the rabbit and they will not kill him. They will not even penetrate him, right? You all know that, correct? So even dogs have fawaid. But does cursing have any fawaid? Any benefits? Hal fi fawaid? Zero. And it's irony, it's called in English dichotomy, it's tadad, that we use the name of dog and yet he has benefits and our cursing has no benefits. No benefits. Now, here is my request to you. Sometime in the heat of the moment, if you did end up cursing, I'll tell you a story. Rasulullah ﷺ saw Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu in early days debating an unbeliever. I think it was a Jew. He was saying bad things and Sayyidina Abu Bakr did not reply to him. He did not reply to him until it reached a point. Prophet ﷺ, so that the other guy was getting mad. So Sayyidina Abu Bakr, he saw Rasulullah ﷺ, that Rasulullah did tabassum, he smiled. So Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, he misunderstood. He ended up losing his patience and he said some bad words to the guy. He told him some bad words. When the minute he told him, Rasulullah ﷺ left. He said, "Oh Rasulullah, why did you leave?" Later on he asked him. He said, "Abu Bakr, I was smiling because when he was saying bad things to you, an angel from Allah, a malak, is doing jawab for you. You know, angel. But the minute you opened your tongue, shaitan came there and I left. Al-Anbiya, they don't stay where shaitan comes. And the angel also left. The angel left, I left, shaitan came. So rule number one, I know you, mashallah, most of you are very, inshallah, I hope all of you are well behaved. I'm sure all of you, inshallah, don't curse, don't do bad things. Okay, hoping that if someone curses at you, your first response, don't answer. Walk away. So man, mind your own business, I don't want to talk to you. Go away. But what if you did end up losing your patience and you did say a bad word? Immediately make a istighfar. This is, now I'm getting into the last step where I'm giving you solution. Okay? how do you do istinab from these problems? Number one, tongue. You don't answer back, but if you did say astaghfirullah, immediately say astaghfirullah, inshallah, with the barakah of astaghfirullah, have the niyyah, Allah will purify your tongue, Allah will not punish you. Okay? That's easy. The hard part is the private things. Public, rule number one, avoid. If someone curses you, do you have to reply back? No or yes? No. If anybody says yes, you need to talk to me after Isha. Private. Number one, don't talk. Number two, okay, if you did lose your sabr, first thing, sabr. Sabr, sabr, sabr. Inna Allah ma'a sabri. Number two, okay, you did reply, say astaghfirullah, Allah forgive me. You tell me, I'm sorry man, I'm not supposed to curse, I'm leaving. Go away. Wallahi, because of your akhlaq, he may become Muslim. That person, he or she may become Muslim. Inshallah. Say inshallah. Inshallah. Now, the second fawahish part is private things. Where you don't do it in public, you want to do it in private. Those, some of us think that they're not dangerous, but they are as dangerous as the public ones. And the dalil is actually in the Quran. Because these private ones nowadays, because of the internet, they can spread. They can go to other people. You start sharing with your friends. إن الذين يحبون أن تشيع الفاحشة في الذين آمنوا لهم عذاب أليم في الدنيا والآخرة. في الدنيا, remember I said to you in the beginning that your dunya will also have problems. So if you spread fawahish, مثلا, you did something private and you came and told your classmate, man, I did that thing, or I was watching that thing, man, that was fun. Khalas, now you are doing isha'ah. You are spreading it. That's very dangerous. And now you have witnesses. You have witnesses around you. So for these things, the private matters, your phone issues and your laptops and all of that, rule number one, don't do it in private. But if you did it, don't ever share it with people. Number three, make tawbah, astaghfar, and don't ever do it again. That's the only way to stop it. Otherwise, slowly and surely, it will desensitize you. First time you will see something haram, you will be, oh, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Then later on, you will slowly become, it will become normal for you. Immoral will become moral. Allah. May Allah forgive me for that. But it can happen. It does happen to people. Young people. That's why in America we have a problem that some of the youth, they have double faces, triple faces. They have another face in school, another face in the room, another face in front of their parents. 3 faces, not 2. And Prophet said, Dhul Wajhain. He hated Dhul Wajhain. This is a munafiq. So don't get into nifaq. How you save yourself from this? You draw a boundary that, oh man, I'm not supposed to see this. Sometimes, look, wallahi, I'm not joking, this is real. Sometimes you're just watching a show, Islamic show, and these commercials come and you see something and you're not supposed to see. Even, look, as Muslims, we're not supposed to see a woman even like this. Even like this with her hair. We're not supposed to. Ghudul basar now is becoming very hard. Those of us who work in public, you know, they talk to you and they come to you like, hey, hi, how are you? And they jump on you. What do you do with that? This is a problem. So it's not easy. That's what I'm saying. Try to practice self-control. Don't overindulge yourself. And especially when you're privately doing this, then, you know, make istighfar that, okay, I ended up losing my track. I will never do it again. Again, if you fail, make it again. Give sadaqah. Give some sadaqah. Give charity. That I did bad. I'm not supposed to do this. No one knows it but Allah. I'm going to give sadaqah. Wallahi, next time, because of sadaqah, shaitan may come and stop you from doing haram. Because shaitan is afraid of sadaqah. You know why shaitan is afraid of sadaqah? Because sadaqah Sadaqah of a charity of a bad Muslim can take him to Jannah. And bukhl of a good Muslim, salih, who do salah, saum, siyam, who does that, but he's bakhil, he may go to hell. That's Allah. So shaitan, he is scared from a Muslim who gives a lot of sadaqah. So you beat the shaitan by actually doing sadaqah if shaitan messed up with your head or your hormones made you change. Okay? Questions, inshallah. We're going to start Q&A now. I have a story to share with you. A young man, high schooler like you. How many of you are high schoolers? Raise your hand. People in high school and above, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. High school people? College people? How many are in the college? Okay. How many are in the middle school? Middle schoolers? How many are in the middle school? Okay. And elementary? How many in the elementary? Okay. Now, this guy was a high school or probably early college. It's a real story. A Muslim kid, I'm not going to mention where and when. It happened before COVID. Before COVID, it happened. The kid, Muslim boy, young man, got into a bad habit of watching movies. And nobody knew that. Nobody knew that he was in a bad habit. He died in some accident, very young. Very young. Either 19, he must be 18, 19, somewhere there. Late teens, after of the teens. He died. After they buried him and everything, some days later, he came in the dream of his father. And he said, I am in big trouble. I am in big trouble. Because there are people who are watching the stuff I used to watch. I am being very careful. Just remember, any bad thing, little kids, I cannot be more explicit, you know what I'm saying, bad things. Any bad movie, even a bad clip, even if you think it's funny, don't share it. Because look what happened. He says, Father, please help me. Please help me. Father didn't understand. Why is he saying, help me? Then he went and looked at his phone. Father opened his phone. Ya fathers, ya ummahat, ya walidain, please know this. You have to know it, otherwise you cannot guide your children. You cannot protect them. It's like if you have a gun at home, you don't know how to shoot, and you give it to your kid, that's dangerous. Just like a gun. If you have a gun in home, you should know first how to shoot it, then train your child. So father looked up his phone, his computer, he found out like, oh my God. He had subscribed to some places. And from those subscriptions, he put some accounts of some of his friends that they get free stuff. He was thinking he's doing them a favor. You're all young. Oh man, he's my young buddy. His parents don't let him do anything. I'll give him some fun. So what happened? It went from friends to friends to friends. You see, like a tree. It became like hundreds and hundreds of Muslim shabab. They were receiving that same dirty content. The haram content. Fahish content. So, just like there is sadaqah jariyah, there can be, just like there is a continuous charity, there can be a continuous sense. He is in his qabr and he is getting punished for all the people who are watching that khabith thing, that haram thing that he started. That's why Allah says in the Quran, those who spread fawahish, those who spread fawahish, This is in Surah Nur. What's the رقم الآية؟ إن الذين يحبون أن تشيع الفاحشة. Can you tell me the ayah number? Surah Nur. Surah Nur.
بداية في الصفحة الثانية في البداية.
صفحة ثانية.
أسفل الصفحة الثانية.
Open Surah Nur. Read that ayah. So, do we have to call it that, or can we take?
We have time.
So, that ayah, Allah is telling you that if you like sharing and spreading bad stuff, there is adab in dunya and akhirah.
19.
رقم
19.
19.
أسفل الصفحة الثانية.
Under second page, the akhir, okay? Please, Shabab, read that one ayah. At night, promise me, you all, just raise your hand, promise me, please. Promise me. Everybody, before you sleep, you will open Surah Nur. Would you promise, inshallah? Yeah. Surah, this ayah. One ayah. Can you read one ayah before you go to bed? One ayah, please promise. Even before Isha or after Isha, when you get a chance, use your jawad for some good stuff also. Inshallah. But look, see what happened to him? So his father came and he looked for his friend. He would go to another house, please delete the stuff my son sent you. And the kids were like, how do you know? He says, I'm just tracking his footsteps. What he left you. Plant good seeds that will benefit others. Don't ever share something bad. Rule number one. And if you have a bad yourself, come to Allah. Come to Salah. Make tawbah. Inshallah. And if you are mukhlas with Allah, Allah will make a way for you. Okay? Don't give up. Don't give up that, oh, I've done ma'asiyah and I cannot come to Allah. Come to Allah. Allah will accept you. Allah will accept you if you are mukhlas. If you are like shaitan, you're tricking and this and that, then no. So I have started to receive questions. Many of you have my phone also. You can, because it's live, so I can't say my phone number. But you can send me text messages and I'll receive your questions on the messages also. Okay? Bismillah. So, some questions. Look, some of the questions that I will answer, those questions, sometimes I'm rushing through quick. If you need more clarification, you want to talk to me privately, look, I'm here. I'll be here for Isha. I'll stay a little bit after. My mom is here, inshallah. By the way, it's my first time, alhamdulillah. Today is a very special day for me. It's an honor, sharf for me that today my mother is here with me. You know, all these years, I've been coming here for how many years?
Many years.
Zaman, right? Inshallah, and I hope I continue to come and I continue to see you like this in Baytullah, even in House of Allah. Mabruk, Alf Mabruk for Masjid, almost complete, inshallah ta'ala. But today, first time my mother is here. And inshallah, pray that when we open Iftidah the Masjid, I bring my mom again, inshallah. Mom and dad also, pray for their help. So as long as they let me stay, mom and this guy, my son, inshallah, we're here. May Allah forgive us. So anyway, what is your advice to young people who insult and bully their friends as a joke? Very good question. You see, bullying is also a bad akhlaq. Do we all agree? Bullying is bad manners? Bullying is bad akhlaq? Right? So, anyone who bullies, first, he should be reprimanded. Now, if you have a bully who is bullying you, yes, I still tell you what I told you in the Khadra, that you walk away. But if the bully chases you, use authority. First, nasiha. Especially if it's a Muslim bully. Okay? Tell him, Yaqi, this is not joking, this is bullying. I don't like it. Politely tell him, وَجَادِلْهُمْ بِالَّتِي أَحْسَنُ. Inshallah, if it's a Muslim, I am positive, very positive, that he will stop. Step number 1, walk away. Step 2, nasiha, advice. Doesn't work. Number 3, authority. Tell your parents that please talk to them. Tell his parents that he's bullying me. If the bullying is happening at school, report it to the school. And do not be afraid. And never ever be afraid before a bully, especially if the bully is violent. And last but not the least, Muslims who are afraid of bullies, your best solution is learn self-defense. Be strong. And if you not, by Allah's qadr, no problem, use these resources that are available to you. See how many resources I told you? Your own imam can be a resource. Sometimes instead of going to the parents, because, forgive me, some of us, like I'm a father, we become defensive. No, Ibni, mashallah, he is like, mashallah, malaika. A'udhu billah. No kids are angels. Nobody's kids are angels. Don't ever defend your kid that, no way, how could you? No, my son? No, my son, mashallah, is perfect. A'udhu billah. No one is perfect except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Julla man la yutaq. So please, walidain, fathers and mothers, don't ever defend your kid without knowing the facts. Tell them, okay. Some fathers also do the other extreme. Oh, my son? Okay, go home. Bush. How dare I hear this about you? No, investigate. Find out. Do tibyan, some tahqiq. Okay. But if some kid finds it problematic, this is about bullying. It's a very serious thing. Very serious. People have died because of bullying in this country. Remember bad akhlaq, I said? This is part of the fahish. It's kind of a fahish. But actually, it should qualify in baghi. This is baghi. Bullying is part of baghi. Remember that ayah from Surah Al-An'am? This one ayah, all haram of Islam is in one ayah. So this is actually type of baghi. Aggression. So, if school doesn't help, parents are not helping, definitely go to Imam. Go to the Amir. Go to the Vice Amir. Go to a board member. Get help. Don't try to solve things on your own way. The last solution should be your own way. Okay? Self-defense. I hope that answers the question, inshallah. If there's any follow-up question on bullying, you can ask me. Follow-up question about bullying. What's bullying in Arabic? Tanammur? MashaAllah, I learned something new. Thank you. You taught me something new. Tanammur. MashaAllah. You know how Musa dealt with the bully. فَوَكَزَهُ مُوسَى فَقَضَى عَلَيْهِ. You know what Musa said? عليه الصلاة والسلام. قال هذا من عمل الشيطان إنه عدو مضل مبين. So don't punch first thing. You're a bully? Okay. Bismillah Allah. Don't do that. First thing, you should use other avenues first. Remember, I gave you 5 steps to deal with the bully. How many steps I gave you? 5 steps how to deal with the bully. You can make a clip on this. 5 steps to deal with the bully. Next question. Any follow-up question about bullying, tanammur? You can ask me now. No questions? Okay, alhamdulillah. So this is a good sign. This means we don't have bullying problem here. I hope so, inshallah. What's your advice to young people who do not respect non-Muslims? Disrespecting non-Muslims. Disrespecting non-Muslims. بعض الأوقات, sometimes, can be more dangerous than disrespecting a Muslim. Remember, give me one reason. One reason that it could be more bad, more dangerous than disrespecting to non-Muslim. Muslim does not do ihana, by the way. Disrespecting others, la'an, ta'an, Rasulullah told us. Muslim does not do this. You don't do ihana. Tahqirul nas is haram. We cannot do belittling of people, even if they are very Muslim. Wallahi, Rasulullah stood for a janazah of a ghayr Muslim. And he was dead, janazah. They said, oh, Rasulullah, this is kafir or Yahudi. Madinah Munawwara. Prophet said, وَهُوَ الْإِنسان. He's a human being. Disrespecting guys, I'll answer you one reason. disrespecting a non-Muslim who hasn't done anything wrong to you. Look, if non-Muslim did something wrong to you, you try to fix it in the Islamic manners, following Islamic akhlaq. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's our uswatun hasana, right? But if he did nothing bad and you disrespected him, that person may not come to Islam because of bad akhlaq that you did. And on Yawm al-Qiyamah, he may do iqamatul hujjah on you, because on Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah will ask him, where didn't you get a Bashir or Nadir and da'wah, hujjah? He'll say, oh Allah, I saw him as a Muslim. This was my only Muslim classmate, or my Muslim student, and I was his non-Muslim teacher, and this person behaved so bad that I thought if he is that bad, maybe his religion is that bad. Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mubarak. Abdullah ibn Mubarak. He is one of the Sayyid among the companions and their companions. Tabi'in and Taba Tabi'in, in their ranks, is one of the Kibar. People say, ulama, they say if this man was living amongst the Sahaba, he would be like Ashara Mubashara, like this. He would be like them. Big guy. His jar, his Yahudi, his life is amazing. Very great tabi'in. Tabi'in or tabi'in. His jar, his neighbor was Yahudi. You know Yahudi. We Muslims have had conflicts with Yahudi. He was selling his house. And he asked for the price, the house, 200,000 dinar or dirham. And the buyer, he says the market price of this area, this big house, is 100,000. You're asking me double price. He said, yes, I'm asking you double price because my neighbor is Abdullah ibn Mubarak. You will not find a better neighbor like this. So my price is double because I'm giving you not just my house, I'm giving you an excellent neighbor. SubhanAllah. You see? And they say later on the man became Muslim. Ibn Mubarak found out that he's moving. He went to him and said, why are you moving? He says, because I have a financial problem. He cried. He says, forgive me. Why? I didn't know that you have a problem. He dealt with him so good that Yahudi became Muslim. Subhanallah. So please, brothers and sisters, number one, it's haram to do ihana of any human being, Muslim, wala Muslim. Okay? Number two, especially don't disrespect non-Muslims. This is not good because in this country, in a Catholic country, in America, you are ambassadors, you are sufara of your deen, of your muru'ah, of your family. Look, my kids, when they come tell me that kid did too many bad things, that kid is always saying bad, always misbehaving. You know what I tell them? Maybe his parents did not teach him right. So when you misbehave with a non-Muslim, or with another Muslim, or with another brother, kids talk bad about, astaghfirullah, people talk bad about your parents. You don't know that. May Allah save you and guide us all, okay? So my brotherly advice, don't do it. If you need any help, and if you think just because they're non-Muslim, they deserve this, then it's haram. This behavior is not from the sunnah of Rasulullah. Ya akhi, Rasulullah to his worst enemies, Wahshi, Rasulullah forgave him also. Imagine. He did not disrespect him. He had the haqq to yell at him, to curse him or anything, but he didn't do it. Yeah, mashallah. Okay. I have a couple other questions, inshallah. Any last questions? Okay, inshallah. We can, if there's any more questions, good. We can start the salah at, we can end the lecture now. We can pray right now. And if you have any questions, you can ask me after prayer also. Any questions, boys, young kids? Any kids have asked any questions? No? Inshallah, after salah.
He has a question.
Yes.
What is the istighfar?
Sorry? Or stealing for a reason? Oh, if you can't afford anything and you have to steal something, do you have a case in mind? Like, did you see something happening? Like, okay, there are cases like for people in Gaza. You know, they have nothing to eat. Even the animals, they don't have anything to eat. So the kid asked a very good question. What if somebody is so poor, so broke, that he ended up stealing? What will happen to that person? Look, stealing, yes, is a bad habit. We Muslims, we don't like it, but wherever there is catastrophes, there's emergencies, in those emergencies, inshallah, we believe Allah will forgive them, because they have nothing to eat. And people are dying because of hunger. Okay, there is a dua I want you to all do, inshallah, that will help us improve our akhlaq. There is a good dua Rasulullah taught us. One is a long one, and a short one also. The short one is, Allahumma inni na'udhu bika